Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. I know you want to watch the video. Before I get into the content, I'm going to talk about my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program, a cybersecurity and digital literacy nonprofit based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are looking to provide accessible cybersecurity education and digital literacy skills to underrepresented groups from the K through 12 space right now, but we have on our roadmap collegiate, elderly populations, etc. Pretty much anyone from an underrepresented group. We want them to get cybersecurity education and digital literacy skills to bring them into the ever increasing digital world that we live in now. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, we do have a donate button if you would like to donate monetarily. We're always accepting donations. If you would like to volunteer your time, we have a volunteer tab where we're looking for workshop volunteers. Currently, we have 1 month workshops, but we're looking to expand that in 2024. Board members, advisory board members, and a grant writer. So if you're a grant writer, if you have experience in grant writing and also winning grants, we would definitely love to have you on our team. To be considered, please complete the volunteer form here, which is a link that will navigate you to a Google form. And again, we're a cybersecurity, digital literacy nonprofit, and we would love to work with you if that is your passion as well. Thank you. Have a good day. And now the video is going to start. Hello, and welcome to another video. In this video, we're doing day 19, memory forensics, CrypTOYminers singing Volala-lala-latility. So this is using volatility. So let's get started. So I'm going to start the machine. Okay, so as I said, these videos will be done out of order, but we will get through all of them. So let's start reading. The elves are hard at work inside Santa's Security Operations Center, the SSOC, looking into more information about the insider threat. While analyzing the network traffic, Log McBlue discovers some suspicious traffic coming from one of the Linux database servers. Quick to act, Forensic McBlue creates a memory dump of the Linux server along with the Linux profile in order to start the investigation. So, the learning objectives: understanding what memory forensics is and how to use it in a digital forensics investigation, understand what volatile data and memory dumps are, learn about volatility and how it can be used to analyze a memory dump, and learn about volatility profiles. So, what is memory forensics? Memory forensics, also known as volatile memory analysis or random access memory (RAM forensics), is a branch of digital forensics. It involves the examination and analysis of a computer's volatile memory or RAM to uncover digital evidence and artifacts and other forensic investigations. This differs from hard disk forensics, where all files on the disk can be recovered and then studied. Memory forensics focuses on the programs that were running when the memory dump was created. This type of data is volatile because it will be deleted when the computer is turned off. Okay, so what is volatile data? In computer forensics, volatile data refers to information that is temporarily stored in a computer's RAM and can be easily lost or altered when the computer is powered off or restarted. Volatile data is crucial for digital investigators because it provides a snapshot of the computer state at the time of an incident. Any incident responder should be aware of what volatile data is. The reason is that when looking into a device that has been compromised, an initial reaction might be to turn off the device to contain the threat. Some examples of volatile data are running processes, network connections, and RAM contents. Volatile data is not written to disk and is constantly changing in memory. The issue here is that any malware will be running in memory, meaning that any network connections and running processes that spawn from the malware will be lost. Powering down the device means valuable evidence will be destroyed. Okay, so what is a memory dump? A memory dump is a snapshot of memory that has been captured to perform memory analysis. It will contain data related to running processes captured when the memory dump was created. So, what are the benefits of memory forensics? Memory forensics offers valuable benefits into digital investigations by capturing real time data from the computer's volatile memory. It provides rapid insight into ongoing activities, detects stealthy threats, captures volatile data like passwords, and allows investigators to understand user actions and system states during incidents, all without altering the target system. In other words, memory forensics helps confirm malicious actors' activities by analyzing a computer system's volatile memory to uncover evidence of unauthorized or malicious actions. It provides crucial insights into the attacker's tactics, techniques, and potential indicators of compromise, or IOC. Another thing to keep in mind is that capturing a hard disk image of a device can be time consuming. Then you have to consider the problem of transferring the image, which could be hundreds of gigabytes in size. And that's before you even consider how long the analysis would take the incident response or IR team. This is where memory analysis can really help the IR team. Capturing a memory dump from any device will be much faster and smaller. Suppose we prioritize RAM over a hard disk image. In that case, the incident response team can already start analyzing the memory dump for IOCs while beginning the process of capturing an image of the hard drive. Okay, so what are processes? A process is an independent, self contained unit of execution within an operating system that consists of its own program code, data, memory space, and system resources. Imagine your computer as a busy chef in a kitchen. The chef can cook multiple dishes simultaneously, but to keep things organized, they use separate cooking stations for different tasks. Why is my nose itching? Each cooking station has its own ingredients, pots, and pans. These cooking stations represent what we call processes in a computer. This is crucial in memory forensics because knowing the processes that were running during the capture of the memory dump will tell us what programs were also running at that time. We can categorize processes in two distinct groups. Category: a user process. These are processes a user has started. They typically involve applications and software users interact with daily. So, an example: Firefox. This is a web browser that we can use to surf the web. Background process. These are processes that operate without direct user interaction. They often perform tasks that are essential for the system's operation or for providing services to user processes. And so, an example: automated backups. Backup software often runs in the background, periodically backing up data to ensure its safety and recoverability. So, in this video, we're going to have the VM, split screen. We don't need the attack box, and we have credentials. So, we're going to start. We have done that. And so, volatility. Volatility is a command line tool that lets digital forensics and incident response teams analyze a memory dump in order to perform memory analysis. Volatility is written in Python and it can analyze snapshots taken from Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Volatility has a wide range of use cases, including the following: listing any active and closed network connections, listing a device's running processes at the time of capture, listing possible command line history values, extracting possible malicious processes from further analysis, and the list goes on. For this task, we'll examine the memory dump of a Linux device. For your convenience, volatility has already been installed on the VM. So let me start okay, that's the software updater. So look, let's say vol.py -h. Okay, so we see volatility is right here and it's starting. Okay, if you want to know how volatility can be installed and all of its other benefits, check out the volatility room. At this time of writing, there are two versions of volatility: Volatility 2, which is built using Python 2, and Volatility 3, which uses Python 3. So, a quick note: Python 2 has reached its end of life cycle, meaning it's not being maintained maintained and updated with security vulnerabilities if security vulnerabilities exist. So, at this time, you should definitely be using Python 3. There are different use cases for each version, and depending on this, you might choose either one over the other. For example, Volatility 2 has been around for longer, so in some cases, it will have modules and plugins that have yet to be adopted to Volatility 3. For the purposes of this task, we're using Volatility 2. Before we start analyzing the memory dump, let's go into what profiles are and how Volatility use them. Okay. So profiles. Profiles are crucial for correctly interpreting the memory dump from a target system. A profile in Volatility defines the operating system's architecture, version, and various memories specific to the target system. Using the appropriate profile is crucial because different operating systems and versions have different memory layouts and data structures. Volatility comes with many profiles for the Windows operating system, and we can verify this using vol.py info. Okay. So this tells us all of the different profiles. Did you notice that there aren't any Linux profiles listed? Profiles for Linux operating system have to be manually created from the same device the memory dump is from. Here are some of the reasons why we typically have to create our own Linux profile. Linux is not a single monolithic operating system, but rather a diverse ecosystem with many distributions and configurations. Each distribution may have different kernel versions, configurations, and memory layouts. This variability makes it challenging to create a one-size-fits-all profile for Linux. Unlike Windows, which has more standardized memory structures and system APIs, Linux kernel internals can vary significantly across different distributions and versions. This lack of standardization makes it difficult to create generic Linux profiles. Linux is open source, meaning its source code is readily available for inspection and modification. This leads to greater flexibility and customization, but also results in more variability and memory forensics. Creating profiles is out of scope for this room, so for your convenience, a profile is already in the home Ubuntu desktop evidence directory called Ubuntu 5.4.0 164 generic profile.zip. So, if we say evidence, yep, it's right there. To use the profile, we have to copy it where Volatility stores the various profiles for Linux. Okay, so this command would take care of that for us. So let me copy that. Paste. Okay. Then run vol.py info grep Ubuntu. Okay. So we see our set is here. Okay. Okay, note, if you are curious about how to create a Linux profile, you'll find this article very helpful. Now we can begin our analysis. The file linux.mem contains the memory dump of the Linux server we're going to analyze. The file is located in our home directory. For volatility to begin the analysis, we have to specify the file with the F flag and then the profile with the profile flag. We can use the H flag to look at all the different plugins we can use to help with our analysis. Okay, so let's see if I can copy this. Paste. Okay, we can see the different plugin options that we can use. Let's start with the history. Okay. So we're saying we're loading the Linux memory file, which has the memory dump, and then we're saying we want to use the profile that we created. Plugins, history file. The history file is a good place to start because it allows us to see whether there are any commands executed by our malicious actor while they were on the system. To examine the history file for any such commands, we can use the Linux bash plugin. The command would take a little less than a minute to finish. Okay, so if I say profile, And there goes my phone again. There goes my phone again. Okay. So we see all of the commands that it has done. So let's see if we can answer some of these questions. Okay, so this is the password, and you're going to hear my phone. Okay. Um. Okay. What is the PID of the minor process that we find? So 1025. Oops. 10205. No, that's not right. Okay. Minor. Yeah, see, minor. Okay, maybe I need to come back to that. Okay. 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 When performing a cross reference check with the ELF analyst who was using the server, we identified the following suspicious command. The MySQL, there was a password, was used by the ELF analyst, but the cat Elfie bash history command was not. This means the malicious actor most likely saw the MySQL command and had access to the database. There's a lot of sensitive information about the merger and the pipelines that the malicious actor could have gained access to. We also identified the curl HTTP 10.02.64 toy miner command, which the ELF analyst confirms they didn't use themselves. This tells us that the malicious actor used curl to download the toy miner file and saved it using the -o parameter as a file named miner. We can also see that the malicious actor executed the miner file using the miner command. Now that we understand what the malicious actor executed, we can look into the system's running processes. Okay. In memory forensics, examining running processes is a fundamental and crucial part of analyzing a system's memory dump. Analyzing running processes in memory forensics can be highly effective in identifying and anomalies, because it provides a baseline for what should be expected in a healthy and normal system. For example, we know that the miner program was executed, so let's see what that process looks like. To examine the running process on the system, we can use the Linux PS list. And so remember, PS is process. So what this is going to do is list all the processes. As you can see, um, oh, okay. Make sure you know how to spell. No wonder why, because it couldn't find it. As you can see, the plugin doesn't just list each process name, it also lists the process ID and the parent process ID. This helps determine what is often referred to as a parent child relationship between processes. There are only two anomalies that we quickly identify. The ELF analyst confirmed they didn't execute the miner process based on the program name. Our initial assumption is that we may be dealing with a crypto miner. A crypto miner, short for a cryptocurrency miner, is a computer program or hardware device used to mine cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are digital or virtual currencies that use cryptographic techniques to secure and verify transactions on a decentralized network called a blockchain. Our insider threat could be trying to use our Linux server to mine cryptocurrencies and make some extra elf bucks. The MySQL server appears to be benign, but this is misleading. The real process for MySQL is called MySQL-D, as listed above. The ELF analysts confirmed that they didn't execute this. Given that the PID of this process is different from the parent um, process ID of the miner process, this process didn't spawn from the miner directly. We would like to know more about these processes. A good way to do this is by examining the binary of each process. We can do this via process extraction. Okay, so can we scroll up? And you're hearing my phone? Okay. So here's here's the miner. So 10 to 80. What's the question? What is the PID of the miner process? Miner 10 to 80. 10 to 80. Yep. What is the MD5 hash of the miner process? Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. Process extraction. A good way to understand what a process is doing is by extracting the binary of the process. This will help us analyze its behavior using malware analysis. We also want to extract the binary of the process as a form of evidence preservation. To extract the binary of the process for examination, we can utilize the Linux proc dump plugin. So this is a process dump. We just need to create a directory to indicate where we would like the extracted process to go with the make directory extracted command. Then we utilize the dash capital D, remember, Linux is case sensitive, flag to tell Volala-lala where to place the extracted binary and indicate the process's PID with the dash lowercase p flag. Creating a separate directory doesn't just help us stay organized, it's required by Volala-lala in order to avoid errors. Based on our file history and running processes findings, we are now going to extract the miner and MySQL binaries using the following command. Excuse me. So if we want miner, the miner one is 10 to 80, and then MySQL is 10 to 91. Okay. So I'm going to say, oh, wait. Make directory. Hold on. Extract it. Okay. Okay. So we're doing the miner here, and then we're going to do the MySQL, and that's 10 to 91. Okay. No, remember to replace the PID with the PID from the previous step. So that's what we did. So you see, we have miner and we have the MySQL. We have successfully extracted the suspicious programs into the extracted folder. Having heard all of the commotion, McSkitty offers to help with the investigation by taking over the operations threat intelligence tasks. McSkitty needs the MD5 hash of each extracted binary, which can be provided with the following command. So let me go to extracted ls. Okay. And then MD5 sum extracted. Oh, so I went up. So minor. Okay, and then MD5 sum MySQL. Okay. So question is, what is the MD5 hash of the miner? process. So that is this here. What is the MD5 of the MySQL? I should also make note MD5 is not secure. So while we're doing this for this room, you would not be using MD5 hashes in production or real world. Okay. Wanted to point that out. Okay. In the meantime, remembering what he learned from the Linux forensics room, Forensic McBlue wants to check for persistence mechanisms that may have been planted by the malicious actor or crypto miner. Persistence mechanisms are ways a program can survive after a system reboot. This helps malware authors retain their access to a system even if it's rebooted. Good old McBlue remembers that a common persistence tactic is via cron jobs. While there isn't a plugin to review cron jobs, we can review them by enumerating for cron files. So now we're going to do file extraction. As stated above, we want to look at any cron files that may have been placed by the malicious actor or crypto miner. Okay, let me my phone. Okay, let me. Okay. As stated above, we want to look at any cron files that may have been placed by the malicious actor or crypto miner. This can help us identify if there are any persistence mechanisms at play. For example, is the MySQL server process we found before part of a persistence mechanism? But how can we enumerate files on the server? We can utilize the Linux Enumerate Files plugin to help us with this. The benefit of this plugin is to help us reach any files of interest. The plugin's output will be too large, so we can utilize the grep utility to help us focus our search. So we're using the Linux Enumerate Files plugin and we're looking for cron jobs. So let me go up one. And then let me paste this in. And then let's go. We quickly identify the cron tab located in var spool cron tabs elfie. We speak to the elf analyst who confirms they didn't have any cron jobs set up on this server. We can now extract the file by selecting the inode value, the hex-like value located to the left of the file name, using the dash uppercase O option to name our file during output and place it inside our previously created extracted folder or directory. Okay, go ahead and examine the contents of the elfie file using the cat extracted elfie command in order to understand how the MySQL process was placed. With all the overwhelming evidence, Elf McBlue decides to move the incident following the company incident response and incident management process. Given the nature of the given the nature of the incident threat, along with the current news of the acquisition, the next question that line safe. That is a good question. Okay. Okay. Now we need var cron. Okay, here it is. This right here. So I'm gonna copy. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste. Wait. Copy. Paste. Okay. Okay. Oh, it was It copied directly. Okay. So now it is there. So if I say cat extracted Elfie. Okay. After reading the Elfie file, what location is the MySQL server process dropped? It's dropped here. Var temp right here. Copy, paste. Okay. Use the command strings extracted minor. Okay, so, and then we're going to use the PID from question 2. Paste. So that is 10,280. Okay. What is a suspicious URL? This is it. So we're going to go to Cyber Chef. Okay, let me go to Google. Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. So, uh, the Cyber Chef. Okay. Cyber Chef. Okay. I don't know what was going on. Defang URL. Okay. Huh? Fully defang the URL. What is going on? Okay. 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 Why? Okay. Um, what? Oh. Okay. I don't think I need the insufficient. Okay. Yeah, I copied the insufficient because I was like, wait, something's not right. Okay, so if you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out the volatility room. So, as I said, I'm doing these videos out of order. Remember, the question is, are our pipelines safe? So, I answered that in the day 20 video that is on my YouTube channel. So, make sure you check that out. I learned something new in this video because I really haven't played with volatility or memory forensics. So, this was cool. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.